3, 2. Hey, Chris.
Robert.
How are you?
Rob, ask me how I am again.
How are you?
Rob, I am absolutely wrecked, but happy.
Did you actually try to go out in your car
Today?
on a bank long weekend? Did you take the family in your car on the road on a bank long weekend when it was sunny?
Do you know where we went to?
Doesn't matter. You went around the block.
This will cheer you up. I went to the zoo.
Oh dear God!
Why did I go to the zoo?
To liberate the animals?
To explain to my children why zoos are not a good.
So you went to
place.
the parking lot?
No, we went to the zoo. You can't go to the parking lot because they won't believe you. They won't see the elephants and their dance of dementia.
Those poor, angry.
Do you know the only
primates?
Chimpanzees are fucked. But I was talking to a friend today, and he was like, they're the only place that you can kind of keep endangered species, but also you're just. And I says, yeah, so you save an animal, but you make it depressed. Do you know who were happy?
They're not saving any animals. They have wildlife preserves.
No, I know.
In the Amazon, they have wildlife preserves in Africa.
Do you know? Well, I've been there. Do you know what? Do you know?
You've been in the wildlife preserve?
Yeah, in Africa.
Because you were unique and rare and needed to be saved.
Well, just never was there. People took me there because I was special, probably. Guess who were happy?
Did they put you in a cage?
Well, the strange thing.
They put a collar on you?
Here's the strange thing. I think
that was a different type of.
I was anybody who goes to these things, you're the person in the cage because the animals are in the wild. So you're the humans are in the cage. There was actually 2 German tourists eating, I think, a couple of weeks before I went. They'd lie and get into the tent, made a bit of a feast. I think that's where Boojum comes from. I could be wrong. We can't say that, can we? No, we can't say that.
I have 3 stories. How about you?
Hold on to tell you this here. Guess what animals were happy? The seals. Because
Are they?
Well, they looked happy. They're getting fed fish every day, and they're lying on rocks. The penguins looked happy.
I'm sure
the big eagle didn't look happy.
I'm sure they're not.
The lions didn't look happy. What would you do if somebody offered you an advertising job to do that?
I did it once.
Oh.
I did it once. Yeah. And it was very painful.
For here?
Yeah. And I said I'd never do it again. And I won't.
There's your answer. Rob, I have two, maybe 3 very, very, very interesting stories.
Well, I have one humorous story.
A humorous story?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Rob, listen, there's one.
And then I have a scary story.
Oh.
And then I have an informative story.
You've really went to town tonight. You had no stories earlier on whenever I was chatting to you. You said you were panicking.
I always had them. I've been waiting 2 weeks for you to get your...
You said you were panicking. No, guess who's...
Waiting for you.
The door opened up.
Waiting.
I'm
waiting for
Leah's in, and she's...
Are you here?
She's a big face.
Chris, are you here?
I'm here. Leah, come over and say hello.
Are you here?
I'm here.
Hi, Leah.
Rob says hello.
Hi. What does he think of the elephants in the zoo?
Rob did an advertising campaign on them. He said it was his best work.
No.
He said
not even close.
He said that he didn't care about how they felt, just as long as the photographs looks amazing. Unbelievable.
So my first story.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Oh.
So in the dark web, the dark web has its own WhatsApp or Instagram.
Wicker.
No, it's what is it? Hack chat or something?
Okay.
I can't remember. Anyways, it's for basically it's just a chat program for criminals and stuff.
Oh, that's amazing, isn't it? We should be on that.
Yeah. Well, Scotland Yard had infiltrated it years ago, and so, you know, they just watch it, surveil it, and one of these criminals held up a brick of cheese and took a photograph of it for his, you know, criminal Instagram account.
Mm-hmm.
But they managed to pick 4 fingerprints off his 5 fingers, and they ID'd him, and they caught him
What do you mean, online?
online.
How'd they get the fingerprints off just looking at it?
Yeah, they got it off the photograph, off the file.
So me holding up my hand in front of the camera now, they could fingerprint me?
Oh, for sure.
No.
Absolutely.
Really?
For sure.
Jeez.
Why couldn't they?
There's people I need to talk to
So,
about that.
he got caught. He's got 13 years.
For holding up the cheese. Of course.
Yeah, for holding up cheese.
Wasn't real.
It's a criminal offense for holding up cheese.
No.
Cocaine, MDMA,
No.
marijuana,
No.
and a couple other things.
No. They read his fingerprints off a photograph.
Off the photograph, yep.
Okay.
And they got him.
Rob, I feel like I live. That's like the time they caught us. They caught.
Future state.
Well, they caught an IRA sniper, didn't they? Who, or an IRA bomber or murderer, an IRA guy who bit into an apple, and they found the apple at the scene, and because he had such bad crooked teeth,
No.
they ID'd him.
They've proven that wrong.
Oh, really?
They've proven that wrong. That dental forensics.
Didn't.
It's totally,
No.
totally 100% wrong.
No.
Yep. Totally. So if he got caught, he's got a shitty lawyer because they've totally disproved all that dental forensic
Rob,
stuff.
see what you doing? Sorry, Leah's back in and she's footering with my bag. Yeah.
I know you're not doing it yet. I'm just
I know we are live. We're doing it. Look at what's it say in the back of that camera? Does it say record? REC in red?
yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't care, Rob. She doesn't care. Leah's just at the minute.
She's an outlaw. She's a rebel.
Not a rebel. She doesn't care. Doesn't care about her professionality.
So what's your first story?
My first story is amazing, Rob.
Okay, wait.
It's full of self-interest and amazingness. Oh, this working. This is to do with. Sorry, Leah's now leaving the building because she doesn't care.
Okay.
This is to do with. She's very cross. She's very cross after the animals. We're all very cross. It's bad karma, I think, going and paying money. But anyway, I'm talking about this, Rob, clothing. It's my first venture into. What do you do whenever somebody gives you something and you advertise it?
Endorse it.
I'm endorsing it. Oh my God. What do you call those people? What do you call those people that go on Instagram and do stuff? An influencer.
Influencers?
Am I an influencer?
No.
No?
Sorry, Chris.
Am I an endorser? Is that a different thing?
Starts with a W, ends with an R.
A wombler. Okay.
Close.
This is easy.
There's an A in there.
This is easy. I am talking about now, Rob, you know every week that I can't say stuff because I seem to pick things that are difficult to say. FRAHM. How do you say that? Fram?
So the company that has given you a product to endorse, you can't pronounce the company's name?
Well, yeah. I didn't ask them how do you say your name because I have a learning.
You should have.
I have a learning disability. It must be called Fram. FRAHM. Fram. That must be Fram.
Sure.
I'm saying Fram.
That's a good guess.
I'm saying Fram.
Otherwise, you can always ask Google.
It embarrasses me, and then I have to listen to it 20 times.
Okay, so this is your story. You got something from a company called Fram.
Listen to this here. Not that I get some. This is a great story. Okay, it's a great story. A couple of glasses of wine. Okay, sitting on the couch on Instagram. One of those ads comes up right now. I love the ads. I love going away and just thinking, God, I'd love to buy that there. But anyway, this come up, and it is life is as tough as it is beautiful. Tough, beautifully detailed jackets. and mental health support. What do you think of that there? It's an interesting combo, isn't it? But anyway, it took me, and I thought, you know what? These jackets are absolutely stunning. Also, they're perfect for on set. And I thought to myself, here I am wandering about on set looking unfashionable. And if I'm anything, Rob, I want to be not fashionable, but I want to feel a bit of a frisson with fashion. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to feel that I feel good. That's just me. Okay. So I penned an email to Fran, just found the details, sent it off saying I work in TV and film, and I'm fed up with North Face and all the other cack stuff that goes on. And I thought, there was a lack of fashion, all that stuff. Wrote a nice email, been very honest, and I just said, I'd love to try out your stuff. Just why wouldn't you do that? And the guy got back to me with an amazing email back saying that his mother had been a professional photographer for performance and theatre, and he too had a bit to say about the stuff that goes on set with clothing, and that he would like to make me a deal, and a deal he made, and I have just purchased a coat, and
So you bought it?
Yeah. Yeah, I bought it.
So they didn't give it to you?
Oh, but you wouldn't. It was a really good deal, Rob. Let's just say. But the reason.
So they gave it to you?
No. They didn't give it to me. The reason why.
Then it's not a really good deal.
It's a really good deal. Well, I was going to buy it anyway. But the reason it's a really good deal is because he, in his own words, is a teeny tiny business, and they are not at the place yet to give away jackets. But I got a jacket for next to nothing. Okay.
So you got it free?
Well, I got next to nothing, Rob.
Oh, you didn't get it free?
No, you keep bouncing between those two things. And clearly, you're not quite understanding what I'm saying.
Oh. No, I thought you were endorsing this product because they gave it to you for free.
No, I'm not.
But you're endorsing it because you gave them money.
I am endorsing it because
So you're endorsing somebody else's product.
No,
and you gave them money.
No, listen. Well, that's okay. We can do that. You endorse lots of stuff with Sony, and you give them plenty of money. What I'm saying.
I don't endorse Sony at all.
Oh, really?
No.
You have.
They're not giving me anything.
What's something?
They haven't given me
Well,
anything.
you're endorsing them by saying it's a good product. Anyway, you're reading my story. Stop trying to fickle-diggle me around. What I'm saying is people need to go on and just have a look at the quality of this gear, because it is, yes, I don't think it's any dearer than good quality stuff that you get if you were going to be on set, but it's a good brand. It is doing good stuff. The money's going to a good place, and it is interesting that you write an email to someone and they get straight back to you because they have similar ideas and they're willing to do you a good deed. What do you think of that? I'm free to do that.
Did he say what he thought about zoos?
Oh yeah, you know what he said? He said he once looked at an advertising thing for a company from Belfast who will remain nameless. We both know who it is, and he said there were pictures. They made him sad. They made him sad, and that he thinks it was a guy called he said Rob Snurston. Rob Snurston. And I said it can't be because he's a vegan and he would not work on things like that. There you go. You may swallow hard, my friend. But,
my second story.
No, but that was a good first. That's not a story. That's just an example that
you bought a coat.
Yeah, but from something that I thought was.
You bought a coat.
I thought something was.
That's your first story. You bought a coat.
I bought a coat from something I thought was.
So tell me why the coat is amazing for photography.
Loads of pockets.
Sell me on it.
What?
Sell me on it. What? Like you're endorsing this product. So tell me why it's a great
triple
coat.
Stitched. Okay, waxed. Loads of pockets. Stylish. Dark. That's all I wanted.
So it's not breathable.
Of course it's breathable. Why can't wax?
It's waxed. It's waxed. How is it breathable?
Go and Google waxed breathable, Rob. You think I didn't do my homework? What do you think? Wax can't be breathable?
No.
What are you saying?
It's It's a wax. It's not going to breathe.
Of course it'll breathe.
If you're using wax to waterproof something, how is it going to breathe through the wax?
You think they can't vent? You think they can't do things?
And okay, so it's got lots of pockets. Does it have a hood?
You're an antagonizer. No, I don't want
That's me.
I don't want a hood. Why do I want a hood?
Okay, so it's waterproof on the body, but your head's going to get wet.
You're a nitpicker. You're not getting anything from my...
I'm just asking.
Nicholas isn't giving you anything. Nick's not giving you anything. He's going to not give you stuff. He's not going to give you stuff because you can't do that, Rob. That's not how we should work in this program. We need to be supportive and say...
I'm playing devil's advocate.
No, you can't do because what you need to...
He didn't give me a coat.
But he might have done if you'd have played along, you fool. Now you're not getting a coat and probably I'm not getting another massively discounted...
I have my Helly Hansen in the other room.
Oh. Do you know what Helly Hansen do? They own 4 zoos in Israel.
Yeah.
You're a shame.
And they're the best. They're the top rated coat for whalers in the Pacific.
Exactly. You have no.
Okay, my second story.
Hold on a second. I save dogs, Rob. Hold on a second. You're the yar. You might as well be putting that harpoon up that poor minky's ass. You shit.
It's 17 minutes.
Good. We'll get over it. Stop picking on people. What's your next story, Rob?
Playing devil's advocate.
Is this a scary story? Well, I'm going to go at you now on this one. This is better be a good story. I'm going at you. You're going to go at me? You've got my gander up. My gander's is erect.
I don't want to know. So there's a program out there called Clearview AI.
Oh.
And what it does is it scours the internet for public photographs. So if you have your images on Facebook, on Instagram, on Flickr, whatever, and they're easily viewable by the public, Clearview AI has registered those photos and has done facial recognition on them. And it cross-references your images with everybody else's images. And it basically narrows down where people are at any one time.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's a healthy piece. That's a healthy piece.
Yeah, they're flying under the radar of many law enforcement agencies and governments because they're selling the information back to the law enforcement agencies.
So hold on, if I take a photograph of you standing...
And you put it up on Facebook or you put it up on Instagram and it's public. Yeah, and if you tag me...
Which I do, of course,
then that image of me will get registered with Clearview AI with my name, and then they'll cross-reference it with somebody else in Los Angeles who has a photograph of me, and they go, oh, that's the same guy. He was in Los Angeles in 2019. So they're tracking you.
When were you in Los Angeles in 2019? You were working.
Visiting friends.
You're visiting friends.
Exactly.
Anyways. Rob, exactly. Now, you see what you've done there? You've given Clear AI massive excuse to contact whoever they
Well, they're not recording audio, luckily, right now. But basically, they've been selling it to law enforcement agencies. They're making money. They're flying underneath the radar of all these legal ramifications of different... Yeah, whatever they want. Their justification is that they are going after pedophiles and they're saving children's lives by sharing this information with law enforcement agencies.
Okay, it's a nice blanket.
Yeah. So they're basically using the "we're saving children's" card in their hand.
That's dark, isn't it?
Yep. It's very dark, dude.
But Rob, we're in a beautiful place. We're entering into Blade Runner territory here, and we know this stuff goes on. We know this stuff goes on for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The only thing you can hope is that, you get off Facebook and your images go so far down on the algorithm because everybody else is exponentially increasing all of their content creations. That nobody ever actually looks at your images or registers your images, or they don't ever come up in searches.
But there are, you know that I deal with a certain community who are put upon in many ways by society, and that for me is a troubling event, because what that means is that there will be information collected which could and probably will be used to criminalize people.
Oh, definitely, dude.
Oh, fuck.
This is bad. This is bad.
There's
it's
a
bad thing.
There's a PhD in this, isn't there? For sure.
Look, we already know that this goes on to a certain level within governments. Whether it's Epsilon in the United States, whether it's
I love the word.
MI5's
What's Epsilon?
bullshit. You can look that up on your own time. But whether it's MI5 in the UK, all that stuff.
Can't say MI5 in the UK.
Okay, or MI6 or whatever.
No, because no.
Oh, it's MI6,
No,
right?
it's MI6. It's MI5.
Is,
It's probably MI4.8 to be honest with you. But what they're
no, MI6 is national and MI5 is international.
well, what they're doing now, they're on to us now. They're on to us now.
I've got nothing to hide.
Well, you do, because you're over in America as a tourist working.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, Rob.
Anyhow.
Are we funny? Are we funny? Are we funny? You and I.
Anyhow, it's just something to think about before you start posting up images.
But I'm going to start putting things up now. Rob Durston 2000.
What's that?
I'm going to start putting up stuff now. Rob Durston 2019 holiday photos.
I was on holiday in 2019.
I know you were, because I was with you. Remember that drug run we done from LA to Albuquerque? Much did we make? 52k. That was the worst deal I've ever done. I'm going to be honest with you.
Heisenberg.
Epsilon. I thought, Epsilon, where are you now? Because if they don't catch us for this, they'll not catch anybody for anything. We were ruined by that. How dare they?
What's your second story?
Sugar. My second story is PhotoBookStore, Rob. Just somewhere I go. Just a cave I crawl into. PhotoBookStore cave. I crawl in. I turn on the flashlight. I put it round the books, see what the crack is. But this is PhotoBookStore magazine, if you're not aware of it. And what you get is very simple. You get magazines that you go into. Sorry, my mouse isn't working here very well. And it basically is just a beautiful place to go. A beautiful place to go.
That's your story?
Yeah, that is the story. Have you been on PhotoBookStore magazine? What is the what have you?
Yeah, what's the breaking story for this week?
That's not breaking.
What did they do?
They exist.
What did they do?
You see, you're all about. You know what's wrong with you? You're too Instagrammy and Facebooky. I'm more family album and kind of everyday shit. Wabi sabi, is that what they call it?
What did they do?
They just,
What's new? What's new on PhotoBookStore magazine this week that wasn't there last week?
Tell me this: Were you aware of it until I said about it?
Yes, we've talked about it like
no, we haven't.
6 months ago. Yes, we have. With PhotoBookStore.
Yeah, but not PhotoBookStore magazine, Rob. That's the new thing. PhotoBookStore magazine. People go in there.
So it's brand new.
Isn't this?
So PhotoBookStore magazine is brand new. It just premiered this week.
Do you think we just do brand new stuff in this program, Rob? You're an antagonist, is what you are, and it's not devil's advocate. It's just antagonistic. You're an antagonist. That's what you are, and not in a good way, not in a Guy Fawkes way. You're an antagonist. You're a guy with a fork that stands in the queue in the bus and pokes your bum. And not a very good bus journey. It's from Donegal to Malile. It's not even an interesting bus journey. You're a bum poker.
Ew.
But here, I'll tell you what we did do. I'm gonna give this a bit of a word. Where are we? Let me get this back here, because I can't pronounce this again. We've No Place to Be, 1980 to 1982 by Joji. What's that? Yeah,
Jaji.
you think so? You know, it's a smart now. Hashiuchi. Hashiochi. Hashiochi. But it's not been. I don't think we're being racist doing that. I think I'm genuine. I'm just stupid. There's a difference, isn't there? But anyway, listen to this here. We have no place to be. I had to write a book list for Belfast Exposed. I didn't have to, but I offered to. For Connor.
You were told to.
No, I wasn't. No, I was invited to. Different. There you are with your fork again, poking up people's bottoms. You should be in the two running.
You were strongly asked
No,
to.
I wasn't. I was invited to. If somebody strongly asked me, I usually rebel and then would give them really shit books to buy. But this was invited, so I give them really good books to buy. I give them a regular stuff to buy. Nick Club, for example, which we've talked about. But we have no place to be, which is just black and white. I don't know, it feels like there's 9 million pages in it. It's a huge book. It is I'm going to buy it tomorrow probably. It's absolutely fantastic. It's in Belfast Exposed. We got 10 copies, I think, signed from the author. It's just absolutely fantastic. You would love it because it's kind of punky. Well, it is punky. Not black and white punky shit. What do you think of that?
Great.
1980, 1982. That's whenever you were. Where were you in 82? What wife were you with then? You were with the first or third?
82, I was in high school.
You're probably thinking about how many lives you could ruin at that point.
Was I in high school? 82?
Well, 82 I left home. 82 I was 15. Think of that. Height of the trouble. Not height of the trouble.
Yeah, I was in high school.
Were you?
Yeah, I was in high school.
What were you studying? You were friends with your guy that we talked about a while back.
Drafting. I was studying architecture. Architecture and art.
You couldn't fucking spell architecture. Same fella. Here, you're right. The light has really fallen away now. I'm probably in absolute utter darkness.
Okay, my last story then.
Yeah.
Because we have
You went funny. You went horror.
2 minutes.
You went funny.
2
Right.
minutes left.
Funny, horror, and now interesting. You think you said?
Yes. Because Belfast Photo Workshop is creating a new curriculum right now. So far we have a confirmed 3 new workshops. Do you want to guess what those are, Chris?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
It's Lightroom Advanced.
Correct.
It is how to photograph your work as an artist.
Correct.
And it is also how not to grow up to be a fork pusher up the bums of other people whenever you're 53.
Standing on the train platform. Don't forget that.
It's a bus. It's the bus from Malile to Donaghadee.
Oh, okay.
Going at it.
No. The last one is tethering.
Tethering. Right.
Tethering, and we will be touching on remote photography. Remote
Capture One or Sharpshooter, Rob?
We'll be using Lightroom and Capture One both.
Rob, you know what you are? You're my everything.
I think we're pretty much done, Chris.
You're my everything. I mean that photographically.
You're a great guy too.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it because you are my everything. I've learned more from you in the last.
Are we just going to let this run out as we talk back and forth, giving each other compliments for the last 10 seconds?
Has it run out?
Thank you, everybody. Please subscribe.
Yeah, don't
Hit
subscribe.
the bell if you can.
Don't subscribe,
like the
if you
video.
don't subscribe, you're a dick. That's how it is. Let's just set it straight to you. Don't be a dick.
Bye.
Is it gone? You always say it's gone, then it's not gone. I'm sitting in darkness. You're right, the light did go. You're such a master of things. I'm fresh.